from the book that I have read called Principle of Journalism, from chapter 2 entitled Principle of Journalism and chapter 3 entitled Islamic Journalism Ethics. Okay, first, I would like to go to the chapter 2 Principle of Journalism. From this chapter, it's tell about the several viewpoints about principle of journalism, which is quoted from the book The Element of Journalism, Ethical Journalism, SPJ Code of Ethics, the Al Jazeera Code of Ethics, BBC, the Poynter Institute, Associated Press, NPR, and Malaysian Canons of Journalism. So, for the first, I would like to go to viewpoint quoted from the book The Element of Journalism.
The point that we can get from here is journalism's first obligation is to the truth, its first loyalty is to citizens, its essence is a discipline of verification, it must provide a forum for public criticisms and compromise, it must strive to keep the significant, interesting and relevant, it must keep the news comprehensive and proportional, its practitioners must be allowed to exercise their personal conscience. The second viewpoint is from ethical journalism. This point is talk about truth and accuracy, independence, fairness and impartiality, humanity and accountability. The third viewpoint is from SPJ Code of Ethics, which stands for Society of Professional Journalists. The point that we can get from here also about accuracy, minimize harm, act independently, be accountable and transparent. The fourth is the Al Jazeera Code of Ethics. Adhere to the journalistic values of honesty, courage, fairness and etc. And the vow to get the truth. Treat audiences with due respect and address every issue or story with due attention. Welcome fair and honest media competition. Recognize diverse point of view and opinion. Observe transparency in dealing with news and news sources. The fifth is from BBC, which stands for British Broadcasting Corporation. The point that we can get from here is about committed to achieving due accuracy in all its output, appropriate to its subject and nature, where sources based on sound evidence and corroborated, must not knowingly and materially mislead its audience. The sixth viewpoint is from the Poynter Institute. The point that we can get from here about a commitment to non-partisanship and fairness, a commitment to standard and transparency of sources, a commitment to standard and transparency of funding and organization, a commitment to standard and transparency of methodology, and a commitment to an open and honest correction policy. And the seventh viewpoint is from a society press. The point that we can get from here is about visual, privacy, fabrication, receiving gift, new values and principle, social media guidelines. And eighth viewpoint is from NPR, which stands for National Public Radio. The point that we can get from here also about accuracy, fairness, completeness, honesty and others. And the last viewpoint is from Malaysian Canons of Journalism. This viewpoint is about belief in the principle of rukun negara and the national aspiration. And next, I would like to go to
chapter 3 entitled Islamic Journalism Ethics.
Islamic Journalism Ethics for Muslim journalists has 5 cardinal concepts of the Islamic worldview, which are Tawheed, Amar Ma'ruf wa Nahi Munkar, Ummah, Taqwa and Amanat.
For Tawheed, the theory of Tawheed, the first and the most fundamental outlook regarding man and universe in Islam, is the theory of Tawheed, which implies the unity, coherence and harmony between all parts of the universe. For the second, Amar Ma'ruf wa Nahi Munkar, also commanding to the right and prohibiting from the wrong, implicate and explicate in this principle of the notion of individual and group responsibility for preparing the succeeding generation to accept the Islamic precepts and make use of them. The third is Ummah, its concept in determining the nature and boundaries of public and of social ethics, particularly as it might relate to the political life of the individual and Islamic society. And the fourth one is about taqwa. It's commonly used in reference to individual fear of God and the ability to guard oneself against the unethical forces which might surrender the environment. However, the concept of taqwa goes beyond this common notion of piety. And the last one about the amanat. Amanat signifies great responsibility which the Almighty God has imposed on the human being for his or her deeds in this world. So, for me, the five cardinal concepts of the Islamic worldview not only we need to apply in Islamic journalism but also in our daily life as Muslim. That's all from me. Thank you very much.